Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where we break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. And today we're doing Aston Villa against Liverpool, as Liverpool are trying to go and win the Premier League. Get a couple of extra points clear of Arsenal, failed to do so, probably dropped 2 points. And it's not because, we'll talk about the Darwin Núñez chances and the Diego Jota chances and etc. But Liverpool are this weird team this season where they don't necessarily play Jurgen Klopp or guns blazing, but they seem to get the job done quite well. But Villa have done some really, in my opinion, they've got some really fantastic players in the January transfer window to push themselves forward to try to secure that top 4 spot, which most likely they probably will do. I mean, they're a solid team at home as well under Unai Emery. I've been for a very, very long time. But there's this one incident here that I was trying to find, that's why I delayed putting the video out, and I just couldn't find the footage, right? So I normally would do the videos, you guys well know, within a couple of hours of the game coming out, but I was trying to find on Twitter or anywhere else where this punch happened here from Alexis McAllister, when he punched him in the face here, because on this little bit here on the highlights that I could find from Sky Sports and the mainstream, it's not definitive of whether he catches him or he punches. It looks like he just flat out punches him in the face, and it should be a red card. The problem is I can't see any other angles or see anything else. Now on some of the stuff on Twitter, it was region blocks, and I was trying to get around it and all of that. And it's so weird how they were trying to stop me looking at the footage for this because, well, why? Unless, of course, they've got it wrong again. And the main other reason I'm bringing this up is because of this discussion that we're having again with VAR. It's like, well, if this is a punch to the face, well, surely it should have been reviewed by VAR because it's serious foul play, right? Yeah, and if it's not, then why is everyone blocking the full, replays and everything everywhere? Why isn't there any? Why? Because I saw, I think, at least 3 camera angles when it was live. Now I can only spot one. What are you doing? So we'll have a little look here because it's very difficult to watch. Right, as we play, bump there, bang. It looks like he punches him. Straight away, it looks like he punches him. But that to me is look. I'm sure there's a better camera angle out there because it might have just. His shoulder might have pushed him, and the other parts might have followed through, and it looked like you can't really tell from this camera angle. That's why I wanted the other footage so I could look at it and say, yeah, look, it was a red card. Yeah, he should have been sent off. There's a huge chance that it was a red card and he should have been sent off, but I can't tell you because there isn't enough footage of it, which is insane to me. Yeah, but the world of VAR that we live in. Let's just move on a little bit and start talking about some football for once. So this is just shocking. This is Aston Villa just giving the ball away, making a massive, massive mistake. Now, this is huge in football, and it's this passing out of the back, and I've done more coaching courses and stuff explaining to people why they're doing it wrong. It's a game of Chinese whispers, okay? So let me try to break it down. I need to do some more videos on this sort of coaching stuff. So what happens over the years is when this was happening in, say, 2005, before that, 2002, 2003 era, when they were all teaching in the academies about passing the ball out of the back and what we want to do and how that's going to, phase forward all the way through. By the year after, the actual intent of it is a little bit muddied and it's changed a little bit. 10 years down the line, they've got it wrong again, and they keep repeating. Some of these mistakes get amplified as the signal goes down over the last 20 odd years of coaching. They just don't get, like I'm doing a certain, won't mention the title and what I'm doing there with Barcelona, and I'm arguing with these idiots because they're telling me that width creates depth, and I'm like, no it doesn't. You need to have depth to create width. And in all of their academy work and all their stuff, they say, no, you have to go wide to create the depth. No, you go wide and it stretches them out. As you stretch them, it creates width. It's insane, but they've got it all backwards and kind of convoluted, and that's why you've got this mistake happening right here where you've got a guy on the ball and he just doesn't know how to play football. He's just following the motions. This is where I need to pass the ball, or this is where I need to pass, and he can't do it. And his brain's fried, and he just loses composure, loses the ball straight away. I mean, that's one of the worst passes you're ever going to see. Puts his hands on his head, and it's because they've forgotten how to play football. They're just doing passing patterns. They're just doing the system, and that is all it is now. And you're seeing in football that more and more, that's what it's about. And when they get it wrong, or they've got players that can't do it, I mean, that's just a shocking mistake. The whole thing breaks down, and Villa just openly give Liverpool the game. What I think again is shocking. Look at this player here. He's completely run away from Mo Salah. He's run back to go and defend on the line instead of just, you know what, if he just held his shape a little bit more and had a little bit more confidence in his goalkeeper, he would have been there to intercept this pass from Mo Salah. But his initial reaction is to panic, run back onto the line, and Liverpool get themselves a goal. Whoosh, in it goes. Okay, so this all happens from a free kick, and you know what I'm going to say. This is because their line is too high. Their line should be back here. So any connection any player has is going to force it towards the Liverpool goal. And this is where all the problems start. There's about 4 problems in from Liverpool here. One's the high line. Alisson makes one. Slobosai makes one. There's some interesting things to talk about and discuss here. But that's the initial problem arises because this line up here is too high. It needs to be deeper. It needs to be further back, taking out that space. And then when they're actually attacking the ball, they're attacking the ball to push it this way, away from their goal, instead of attacking the ball and pushing it towards their goal. I'll say it week in, week out. It happens all the time, and it's cost Liverpool a goal. So here's the initial contact from Konate, right? So this is where he's run to. Here he is. What can he do? He's trying to head the ball this way, but he's running this way. So watch what ends up happening. It's just an up in the air, no man ball. Because that's all he can do, because he's running towards his own goal, because every single team in the Premier League is defensively set up completely wrong. Yes, it's true. And I love this. It's one of these weird things, right? Since I've been back in the UK, their mind is so broken of human beings. I'm going to give you one of my favourite analogies. I'm going to use it more and more so you keep understanding it. And it's this point of authority. Are you a doctor? Yeah, so you can't talk about having your nose run because you're not a doctor. It's such an English thing. It's like, have you done a coaching? Yes, I've done all the coaching licenses and more and wrote them. Yeah, so shut up. But then they are, do you have a license, a coaching license? And like I said, my simple answer is this to anyone that ever comes up to you with one of these questions. Go, do you have a driver's license? And they go, well, yeah. Well, so does Lewis Hamilton. He's the Formula One world, champion of the year. He's got a driver's license. So who's the better driver? You've both got licenses. It's got nothing to do with your license. It's got to do with what you know and you don't know. And so this point of authority, especially in England, it's, but he's got the qualifications to say, yeah, but he can't do anything. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't understand anything. Because if he did, his team wouldn't be doing this rubbish right here, making a bad contact on the ball, knocking up in the air for all hell to break. Now, John McGinn just knocks it. I rate John McGinn, actually. He's a good player. Just knocks it back in just because, well, now there's a melee of players in there and we can see what happens. Because nowadays in the Premier League, anything can happen. The ref could just, give a penalty because Michael Oliver's phoned him up and said, hey, Man City said you got to give him a penalty, so let Aston Villa win. So, yeah, give him a penalty. Okay, Michael Oliver, I will. So the ball goes back into the mixer. Great way of doing it. Now, here's the issue. This is the second issue, I think, here. Obviously, look at the way he's facing. It's like he's defending. He can't get any power on it, so he's just getting a flick onto the ball. This is the point, and I think if Alisson is one of the best goalkeepers in the world, I do really rate him. I really do. If he's got a weakness in his game, it's coming for crosses and it's coming to collect situations like this. 1v1, probably best in the world, top 3 definitely. Bullet feet, best in the world, top 3 definitely. I mean, shot stopper, like it goes on. Catching crosses or demanding stuff from corners, it's just not. It's not. And some of it is because a lot of the teams he plays for genuinely have a quality world-class centre-back like Van Dijk, and he hasn't been having to deal with it. But if he elevates that to his game, it will help out and take pressure off Liverpool. And that's what we're about to see here with this ball as it comes back. Watch this, bonk. Slobosai heads it, and Alisson's going to catch it. Do you see this? That's the mistake. You can see Alisson's going for it. Now, has he called for it? You'll never know. Has he? Well, he hasn't called for it. There's no way Slobosai's calling for it because the action's too quick, right? So chances are neither of them have called for it. Alisson, it's a slight, he can catch it if Slobosai's not there heading it away, but it's that little panic there. That's another mistake right there. As soon as that happens, Slobosai, remember, because they were running back this way, because their line was here, he's not running forward to attack the ball. He's standing trying to get purchase on the header. Just like Konate was standing trying to get the purchase on the header. And they can't get any power or distance on it because they're facing the wrong way and their body mechanics are all wrong. And everything's wrong because their initial starting position was wrong. And that's so important in football. So when he does that, boom, just teed him up. He's like, go on then, mate. Smack it in on the volley. He's like, no worries, fella. I will do exactly that. Whaps it in and gets himself a goal. So this is one of the reasons I don't like to talk about player names very often. It's because you put a bias on things, okay? And let me give you an example. If this is Darwin Núñez right here missing this chance, you are slating, screaming, and yelling at Darwin Núñez. Rightly so. If it's Jota, you all give him a pass. I would slate both of them equally because it's a terrible miss and he should be scoring a goal here and winning Liverpool the game. But this is the problem with biases when you talk about players and you talk about names and shirts and badges and teams. You expect certain teams to do certain things or players to do certain things, and I don't play that. Everyone is the same. Everything is accountable. Everyone is equally criticised and equally praised. You don't get money in the bank because you're Mo Salah and you normally score those. No. I might give you credit for where you're going to take the shot from. I might give you something, a little bit of that, but not misses like this. This isn't even a miss. This is just a howler. But look, it is almost going out for corner. Sorry, I got for a throw in towards the corner flag. That's shocking. That's a shocking miss at any level. Yeah, and that's one of the things, like, people will say, yeah, Núñez has a tap in that he's completely and utterly missed. That's also a really, really good chance. That should have been in the back of the net. Ball goes out wide. We know what's going to happen next. Someone's got their arm up in the Premier League. That means someone is about to score a goal in the next 5 seconds. We all know this. That's how the game is played. Soon as you're not doing your job, telling somebody else to do theirs. Yeah, right. This is what the main key point is here. Watch the lack of pressure on this ball from Liverpool. Liverpool's midfield just lets them have it. Watch. As we move this forward, no pressure on the ball. No one close enough. Now he's got to react. Okay, he has to come out and react because there's no midfielder to deal with it. So you've got 1, 2 centre backs. One of the centre backs has to come out now, which he doesn't want to do. You've got, kind of weird, but you've got too many players that are dropped off and haven't got anywhere near pressure on the ball. And here goes the run. See this little run in behind here? And watch Trent here. Okay, this opens it all up. See this run here? Watch Trent. Trent just vacates this side here, follows the runner and comes right in, which opens up this space here. Watch this. As this moves forward, watch. Do you see? Boom, there he goes. Everybody gets pulled. Not only that, can we see we've got 1, 2 pressuring one ball, but no one's actually going to win it, which opens up even more space for this side here. You've got Slobosai in Ryan Gravenberch's way and not trying to win the ball. And then when this ball's played, what should immediately happen is whoever's in motion, so probably Slobosai, whoever's in motion, as the ball gets played, he goes over and he starts to pressure the ball, right? That's what should be happening. Boom, as he goes, you see, but the other player's going. And you see that hesitation? He's reacted. The ball's almost got to the other player. It's almost there. And then he's reacting. Now, here's the other problem you've got. 1, 2, forget that there's another player involved. And he just takes a little leisurely stroll, has a bit of a nap, orders some Uber Eats, comes in and gets himself a goal. The rest of Liverpool go asleep. Remember, Trent's come across now to mark in the middle here because he's got suckered over, and then doesn't really mark. Watch. Do you see? Drops off. Now there's still 2 players there. Slobosai's got to track the runner. Doesn't. Just falls asleep. Ryan Gravenberch doesn't really get out there to put pressure on the ball enough. He doesn't. Watch. He's still got the ball. He still hasn't crossed it yet. Gravenberch is still watching. And there's the run. You can see the run sneaking in. And I don't know who this is here. Not sure for Liverpool. Just no one's watching this runner. Just walk straight into the box. Easy as you like. When the delivery's made, nowhere near to challenge for it. And it's a simple goal. Really, really easy. Let's move it up. This is a little bit of luck here. Villa player comes flying in and Mo Salah just gets a little bit lucky. That's what some good players do as well. It's they have this extra. I don't know if you. Let me back that up a little. I don't know if you ever really played when you're not fully fit and you go in for a tackle and the ball doesn't sort of come your way. But when you are fully fit and you are ready to play and you win tackles and you do stuff just because you're stronger, you're bigger, you've got more confidence in you. And that's what it seems like there to me. Mo Salah is just confident and relaxed. But here's Trent coming in and nobody is just picking him up. Look, here he is. Look, boom. Simple. All you got to do is track him. Doesn't do it. I have a feeling he'll be at Real Madrid next year, old Trent Alexander-Arnold. And this is just something that I won't be shocked if they put him in midfield either. But here is, again, a little bit of that luck. Takes a shot, has a bit of a deflection, and beats the keeper, and gives Liverpool, well, a draw. I'm going to cover the Darwin Núñez miss, I think, and then we'll call it a day. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Darwin Núñez just needs to they do need to trust him. Keep playing him week in, week out. This guy's got all the attributes to be a great striker. The only way he's going to achieve that, he's still young. He's still very, very young. In the next 5 years, he can have a breakout, and you go, okay. He struggles with goals like this, tap-ins. He really does. Having as it comes down to confidence and composure, doesn't have it. You've got to give him that as a football club. You as a coach, give him the confidence and teach him composure, and this guy will be world class. The problem he's got is right now he's trying to smash this into the goal as hard as he can. And if you watch his goals, what he used to score, I can't remember where he came from. I did a little thing on him. He just smashes the ball into the goal with confidence, and that's what he's trying to do here. Smash the ball in instead of just pass it into the goal and get himself a goal. That's all he's trying to do. Watch this one. He just smashes it as hard as he can. No, just pass it in the goal, mate. He gets himself a winner, becomes a hero, refuses, smashes it over the bar, and then we all make fun of him. Other than that, I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.